How you doing? So in my last video, I did a Mark IV comparison using Line 6 Helix, FX3, and the real Mark IV from Mesa Boogie itself. In that video, I used a custom H-string that I had made 20 plus years ago. It had an EMG 40 DC active pickup in it. Now the 40 DC was made for bass guitar, and it's really meant to shine with those bass frequencies. Even though an H-string kind of does hit some of those bass frequencies, the overall shape and tonality and scale is really meant for guitar. So I said in that video I would try out the 808X, and I actually got an EMG 66-8 as well to try out. So in this video you're going to see a comparison between the three. So as you can tell, each one of the pickups have a slightly different tone depending on what type of music you're playing or what type of tonality you're playing. In the clean tones, you could definitely hear a drastic difference. And the distorted tones, it depends on kind of where you are in the fretboard. It felt like lower and higher notes were more distinctive difference between each three of them. I prefer the 808X out of all of them. The DC40 was a great pickup for a long time. The 808X feels like it has a bit more punch in the mid-range. Now I will say, between all three pickups, when you're playing chords, notes within that middle range there, I felt like there wasn't that big of a difference. Sometimes I was like, oh, was there a difference at all? But you can listen to it again, see if you can hear it. Now I played it against the backing track of drums for the raw comparison because I wanted to hear what it sounded like with a instrument that had a lower and high registered when you're kind of mixing it together. I don't always do bare tracks by themselves because that doesn't mean anything in a real world application. You're not doing a solo album with one single guitar track. I mean, you might be, but that's not the way most places do it. So I always try to put it within a mix to see how it sounds within a plethora of instruments and tonalities.